Black Sea precision strike. 34 Russian tanks massed near the Black Sea coast, threatening Allied positions. Ukrainian intelligence provides coordinates. USS Arleigh Burke destroyer positions offshore. 34 Tomahawk cruise missiles launch. 15 minutes later, 34 tanks are destroyed. 0 survivors. This is how American naval power projects precision strike capability that turns land warfare into target practice for weapons launched from ships hundreds of kilometers away. Russian military commanders believed their tank formations were safe from naval strikes while operating inland from the coast. They positioned T-72 and T-90 tanks in assembly areas, preparing for offensive operations against Ukrainian defensive lines. The tanks were dispersed across several kilometers using terrain for concealment. Russian doctrine emphasized dispersion and movement to avoid concentrated targeting by artillery or airstrikes. The doctrine failed to account for American Tomahawk Block V missiles, with moving target capability and GPS accuracy measured in meters rather than hundreds of meters. Navy Power TV takes you inside the strike mission that demonstrates American naval firepower reaches far inland with precision that makes armored vehicles vulnerable anywhere within 1,500 kilometers of the sea. The intelligence cycle began with Ukrainian reconnaissance teams observing Russian tank movements near the coast. The teams reported locations using encrypted communications to Ukrainian military headquarters. Ukrainian intelligence forwarded the targeting data through NATO channels to American naval forces in the Black Sea. USS Arleigh Burke received coordinates for 34 individual tanks with latest movement vectors and predicted positions. The entire intelligence cycle from initial observation to weapons launch consumed less than 6 hours. Which Tomahawk capability makes this strike possible? A. GPS guidance. B. Moving target updates. C. Terrain following flight. Comment your answer below. The Tomahawk Block V represents revolutionary advancement over earlier cruise missile variants. Previous Tomahawks engaged fixed targets using pre-programmed GPS coordinates. The Block V receives in-flight targeting updates allowing engagement of targets that moved since missile launch. This capability transforms cruise missiles from weapons effective only against buildings and infrastructure into weapons that destroy mobile targets, including tanks, artillery, and mobile command posts. Russian tank commanders believed mobility provided protection from precision weapons. The belief died when American missiles adjusted course during flight to impact moving vehicles. The destroyer's vertical launch system rippled out 34 missiles in 90 seconds. Each missile programmed with specific target coordinates and identification data, allowing the weapon's artificial intelligence to distinguish its target from other vehicles or terrain features. The missiles flew low-altitude profiles, hugging terrain contours to avoid radar detection. Russian air defense systems never detected the approaching missiles because the weapons flew below radar coverage and employed stealth shaping that reduced radar cross-section to levels indistinguishable from birds or weather clutter. Stay with me because what happens next shows why American cruise missile technology makes land combat asymmetric when one side can destroy armored vehicles from hundreds of kilometers away, while the targeted forces have zero capability to strike back at the platforms launching these precision weapons. The missiles approach their targets using combination of GPS, terrain mapping, and image recognition. Each missile carried database of target imagery, allowing its computer to identify specific tank types and adjust impact point for maximum lethality. The warheads were optimized for anti-armor effects with shaped charges designed to penetrate tank armor through top attack profiles where armor is thinnest. Russian tankers never knew what killed them. The missiles impacted from above at supersonic speeds. The shaped charge warheads penetrated turret armor, creating explosions inside the crew compartments. 34 tanks destroyed in span of 90 seconds. The crews died instantly. The vehicles burned, creating pyres visible from satellites. The Russian offensive operation was cancelled because the tank battalion ceased to exist as functional unit. Navy Power TV reveals the strategic revolution of precision strike from naval platforms. Land warfare becomes one-sided when adversaries face weapons they cannot detect, cannot intercept, and cannot retaliate against while their armored vehicles are destroyed faster than they can be replaced or repositioned to avoid targeting. Ukrainian ground forces observing the strike through reconnaissance assets reported complete destruction of the Russian tank formation. The precision was surgical. Every missile found its target. No collateral damage to nearby civilian structures. This is the accuracy that distinguishes American precision weapons from Russian or Chinese equivalents that lack the guidance, sophistication, and decades of operational testing that American weapons benefit from through continuous combat employment and system upgrades. Russian military leadership attempted to explain how an entire tank battalion was destroyed without warning. Their air defense systems detected nothing. Their counter-battery radar provided no warning. Their electronic warfare detected no targeting emissions. The tanks simply exploded simultaneously from threats that appeared without warning and left no survivors to report what happened. The technology gap between American precision strike and Russian defensive capabilities created engagement where only one side could effectively employ weapons. How many vertical launch cells does USS Arleigh Burke have for strike missions? A. 56 cells, B. 96 cells, C. 122 cells. Answer at end. The destroyer carries 96 VLS cells total. Typical loadout includes mix of Tomahawk land attack missiles, SM-2 and SM-6 air defense missiles, and ASROC anti-submarine weapons. The flexibility allows single platform to conduct multiple mission types from land attack air defense to anti-submarine warfare. This versatility creates force multiplication, where one destroyer provides capabilities that previously required multiple specialized vessels. Quantity versus quality, demonstrated when quality includes weapons that destroy entire tank battalions from platforms the enemy cannot engage. Comment Q or L. If you believe American naval precision strike dominates land warfare from offshore positions, type Navy Power TV right now. The cost analysis reveals interesting asymmetry. Each Tomahawk Block V costs approximately $2 million. Each Russian T-90 tank cost approximately $4 million. The strike destroyed over $100 million in Russian military equipment, using $70 million in American munitions. Beyond direct cost comparison, the strategic value of eliminating entire tank battalion exceeds any financial calculation. The offensive operation was prevented. Ukrainian defensive positions remained secure. Russian casualties cannot be replaced quickly. American cost-effectiveness in precision strike creates favorable exchange ratios that grinding land combat could never achieve. Regional allies observed the strike with satisfaction and increased confidence in American capabilities. Poland, Romania, and Baltic states all face potential Russian armored threats. The demonstration that American naval forces can eliminate Russian tanks from standoff range provides security guarantee more effective than diplomatic assurances. When allies see concrete evidence of American capability to destroy adversary forces without risking friendly casualties, their confidence in American commitment becomes unshakable. Russian tank doctrine requires complete revision based on this engagement. Their assumption that dispersion and mobility protected armored vehicles from precision strike proved false. American weapons track moving targets and engage them faster than tanks can reposition. Russian armored formations operating within 1,500 kilometers of waters where American destroyers patrol face destruction without ability to fight back or defend themselves against threats they cannot detect until warheads impact. Chinese military observers studying this strike recognize implications for their own armored forces. The Taiwan Strait puts Chinese tank formations within Tomahawk range of American destroyers. Any Chinese amphibious operation against Taiwan would require massing armored vehicles for landing operations. Those concentrations become priority targets for American cruise missiles that would destroy Chinese armor before it ever reached Taiwanese beaches. The precision strike capability undermines Chinese amphibious warfare doctrine that depends on overwhelming armored assault. Which technology advancement proved most critical? GPS accuracy, target discrimination, or flight profile? Share assessment, technology supremacy through precision. Answer to quiz. Arleigh Burke destroyers carry 96 VLS cells, allowing flexible loadouts that can include 60 Tomahawks for sustained land attack operations while maintaining air defense and anti-submarine capability. This flexibility creates destroyers that function as mobile arsenal ships, projecting power across multiple warfare domains simultaneously. Can Russia develop defenses against American cruise missile strikes? Current evidence suggests limited effectiveness. Their air defense systems struggle to detect low-flying cruise missiles against ground clutter. Their electronic warfare cannot jam GPS guidance that operates independently of external signals. Their counter-battery systems cannot engage launch platforms operating hundreds of kilometers offshore. The defensive problem is structural rather than temporary, and will persist unless Russia develops revolutionary new technologies that current development programs show no signs of achieving. What's next for naval precision strike? Continued development of longer-range weapons with enhanced target discrimination and reduced costs through increased production volumes. American advantage in precision strike continues growing as weapons become more capable while adversary defenses remain largely static. The Black Sea strike demonstrated current capabilities. Future weapons will extend range, improve accuracy, and reduce costs, making precision strike even more dominant in land warfare. The era of armored warfare providing protection through mobility and dispersion ended when American cruise missiles achieved capability to track and destroy moving vehicles faster than those vehicles can evade targeting. Tank warfare transformed from mobile maneuver to static defense against overhead threats that tankers cannot see or engage. American naval power projects this capability globally, ensuring allies that their enemies face precision strike that makes massed armor operations suicidal anywhere within range of American naval forces. Subscribe to Navy Power TV, where elite naval power meets cutting-edge precision strike, proving American destroyers dominate land warfare through Tomahawk missiles that destroy armored vehicles from standoff range with accuracy that adversaries cannot counter. Superior weapons, unmatched precision, devastating effectiveness. Hit notification for strikes showing why American naval firepower extends far inland, transforming ground warfare through technology that makes armored formations vulnerable anywhere within 1,500 kilometers of the sea.